Tonight, a story so shocking that the Supreme Court of India itself has called it, and I quote, robbery and dacoity. A scandal where ordinary Indians have lost tens of thousands of crores of rupees. A scandal where the fraudsters are sitting in Myanmar, in Cambodia, in Laos, but their partners are working inside Indian banks. A scandal that the mainstream media has barely touched because the truth is too uncomfortable. We will expose the full story of the digital arrest scam. By the end of this video, you will understand why your own mother, your own father, your own grandfather could be the next victim. Let me begin with today's news. Today, the 20th of April 2026, the Supreme Court of India expressed shock that even well-educated people are falling prey to digital arrest scams. The Chief Justice, along with Justice Jayamalya Bagchi, was reviewing the case of an elderly woman who lost her entire retirement savings. The court said, and I quote, "It is shocking that well-educated people are getting duped like this." End quote. The next hearing is scheduled for the 12th of May. The highest court of the land is treating this as a national emergency, and yet most Indians still do not know how this scam actually works.
Let me give you the numbers. According to the Supreme Court's own findings, Indians have lost more than 54,000 crore rupees to digital fraud. 54,000 crore, that is bigger than the annual budget of most Indian states. Union Home Minister Amit Shah himself confirmed that government agencies have saved or frozen 8,000 crore out of nearly 20,000 crore siphoned off by cyber fraudsters. 8.2 million cybercrime complaints have been filed as of November 2025, 82 lakh complaints. And experts say the real number is 3 to 4 times higher because most victims are too ashamed to report. Now let me tell you what a digital arrest actually is. In simple words, your phone rings. The caller says, "I am calling from the Mumbai police," or the CBI, or the Enforcement Directorate. He says a parcel booked in your name has been intercepted at the airport, and it contains drugs or fake passports or illegal foreign currency. He says your Aadhaar has been used to open a bank account connected to a money laundering case worth crores. He reads out your correct Aadhaar number, your correct address, your correct phone number to convince you he's genuine. Then he switches the call to video. He appears wearing a police uniform. Behind him is a desk, a computer, files stacked up, a photograph of the Prime Minister on the wall. A complete fake office, often set up in some apartment in Cambodia or Myanmar. He tells you you are now under digital arrest. You cannot disconnect. You cannot talk to anyone else. You must stay on video 24 hours a day. If you hang up, you will be physically arrested within minutes. If you tell your family, they will also be arrested. And then he says, to clear your name, transfer your money to a Reserve Bank of India verification account so that your funds can be audited and returned clean.
Here is the most dangerous truth. There is no such thing as digital arrest. The CBI itself has issued an official statement clarifying this. No police force, no agency, no court in India has the legal power to arrest any citizen through a video call. Arrest is a physical action. It requires a warrant. It requires a physical officer at your door. Anyone who says you are under digital arrest is 100% a fraudster. But the psychological pressure is so intense, the details so accurate, the uniform so convincing that even retired bankers, company chairmen, senior engineers, doctors are losing their entire life savings in a matter of hours. Let me give you real cases. In 2024, 82-year-old S.P. Oswal, chairman of the Vardhman Group, one of India's largest textile companies, was defrauded of 7 crore rupees. The scammers set up a fake virtual courtroom of the Supreme Court on a video call with fake judges, fake lawyers. A man who built a 1,000 crore business was tricked because he believed the Supreme Court was hearing his case. In November 2024, a 70-year-old retired engineer from Delhi lost 10 crore rupees in one 8-hour video call. In January 2026, a 78-year-old retired banker filed a Supreme Court petition after losing 23 crore rupees to a digital arrest that lasted nearly a month, one full month of constant video surveillance. And just weeks ago, a senior citizen from Belagavi in Karnataka was duped of 15.4 crore rupees. Now comes the part that nobody in Indian media is exposing properly, the scandal inside the scandal. On the 18th of April, just 2 days ago, the CBI conducted coordinated raids in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. They arrested 3 men. Listen carefully to who those 3 men were. One of them was an assistant manager of IndusInd Bank, a bank manager, a man working inside one of India's well-known private banks, allegedly helping cybercriminals open fraudulent mule accounts in the name of fake companies to receive and launder money stolen from senior citizens. The other 2 were managing the mule account network. This is the biggest open secret in Indian banking today. The digital arrest scam, the UPI frauds, the cryptocurrency scams, none of them would be possible without insiders in Indian banks. Who opens fake company accounts? A bank manager. Who bypasses KYC verification? An Indian bank employee. Who ignores suspicious transactions of crores being routed through dormant accounts? A compliance officer. Who keeps quiet when 20 mule accounts are opened from the same address with the same mobile number? An audit manager. This is not just a foreign attack, this is an inside job, protected by the silence of thousands of bank employees who either take a small cut or look the other way when their seniors do. The mastermind of most operations is sitting outside India. According to the Ministry of Home Affairs, digital arrest networks are mainly operated from Myanmar, Laos and Cambodia. These are what investigators call scam compounds, large buildings where thousands of young men and women, many of them trafficked from India and South Asia, are forced to make these calls 12 to 16 hours a day. They have scripts, they have psychological manuals, they have real-time databases with your Aadhaar, your PAN, your bank details. Data allegedly stolen from breaches at Indian telecom companies, Indian banks, and government databases over the last 5 years. The call you receive is not random. They already know who you are, how old you are, how much money you have, and what you are most afraid of. The Supreme Court in February 2026 asked the central government to draft a standard operating procedure in consultation with the RBI, the banks, and the Department of Telecommunications. It asked the CBI to coordinate a nationwide probe. It even suggested that banks and payment apps should introduce a kill switch, a single button that can instantly freeze and reverse suspicious large transactions. But more than a year after this menace exploded, there is still no national kill switch. Why? Because implementing it would mean banks taking responsibility for fraud losses, and no Indian bank wants that financial liability. The truth that no Indian news channel has the courage to say openly. The government's official figure is 20,000 crore lost to cyber fraud. The Supreme Court's figure is 54,000 crore. But cybercrime experts who work with victims every day estimate the real number, including unreported cases and small UPI frauds, is more than 1 lakh crore rupees. 1 lakh crore rupees of Indian middle-class wealth has been silently transferred in the last 3 years from the bank accounts of ordinary Indian citizens to scam compounds in Southeast Asia, with the help of insiders in Indian banks and Indian telecom companies. This is the biggest silent robbery in the history of modern India, and nobody is shouting about it. Now, the most important part. How do you protect yourself, your parents, your grandparents? Please listen very carefully. First, no police officer, no CBI officer, no judge in India can arrest you through a phone call or a video call. Ever. If anyone says the words digital arrest, cut the call immediately. Second, no government agency will ever ask you to transfer money to a verification account or an RBI account. The RBI does not hold personal accounts. Third, never share your Aadhaar OTP, your bank OTP, your UPI PIN with anyone on a call, even if they claim to be from a bank or the police. Fourth, if the caller gives accurate details about you, do not panic. Your data is already on the dark web. That does not make the call genuine. Fifth, if you are on such a call and scared, immediately disconnect. Then call Cybercrime Helpline 1930. That is 1930. The online portal is cybercrime.gov.in.
Sixth, the first 60 minutes after a fraud are the golden hour. If you report within 1 hour, there is a real chance that your money can be frozen before it moves through mule accounts. And seventh, most important, please forward this video to every elderly person in your family tonight, because the next victim is most likely a senior citizen living alone with a smartphone, with savings in the bank, and with nobody at home to double-check the call.
In 2026, India has become one of the most dangerously digitized societies on earth. We have more UPI transactions than any other country, more mobile internet users than any other country, and yet our digital literacy is among the lowest in the developed world. This is not the fault of the victims. This is the fault of a system that pushed 1.4 billion people into the digital economy without investing 1 rupee in teaching them how to protect themselves. The government must run a nationwide digital safety campaign. The banks must be held financially liable for frauds that happen because of their own insiders. The telecom companies must be forced to block foreign numbers impersonating Indian agencies. And the law must treat cyber fraud as terrorism, not as a small cheating case. The Supreme Court's next hearing is on the 12th of May. More arrests are coming. More bank insiders will be exposed. We will follow every development every single day until this robbery of India is stopped.